What happened to Captain and Tennille?
The pair met in the summer of 1971 when Dragon was hired as the keyboardist for Tennille's musical revue, Mother Earth. Dragon was born in Los Angeles on August 27, 1942, to conductor Carmen Dragon and a singer mother. He studied piano as a child and attended California State University, Northridge, for a semester before leaving to establish the Dragons, an instrumental jazz trio with his brothers. The group's songs Elephant Stomp and Troll was released on Capitol Records in 1964, but styles clashed with that of label mates The Beatles, who ruled popular music at the time. Dragon joined the Beach Boys touring band as a backup musician in 1967. Lead singer Mike Love dubbed him Captain Keyboard because he often wore a yachting cap on stage. Dragon was billed as Rumbo on a British single released in 1970, credited to the Beach Boys' Dennis Wilson and Rumbo, and he appeared on their albums of the time, including Sunflower and Holland. He was also billed as Rumbo on a British single released in 1970, Sound of Free/Lady, which was also credited to the Beach Boys' Dennis Wilson and Rumbo. Tennille was born Catherine Antoinette Tennille on May 8, 1943 in Montgomery, Alabama to Frank Tennille, a big band singer under the name Clark Randall, who had given up music to run his family's furniture store, and Catherine Tennille, who went on to host a local television talk show. Tennille played piano as a child and occasionally appeared on her mother's show. She majored in music at Auburn University. She relocated to California in 1965 when she married and divorced percussionist Kenneth Scherer and became engaged with the South Coast Repertory Theater Group, which led to her playing the music for Mother Earth, an environmentally conscious revue. Dragon joined the band in San Francisco and Los Angeles, where the show was played. Following the show's conclusion, Dragon rejoined the Beach Boys and arranged for Tennille to be hired as a pianist and backup singer. Mother Earth was eventually given a Broadway staging, which premiered on October 19, 1972 and ran for 12 performances. Tennille was no longer associated with it at the time, but her music was ascribed to her married name, Tony Scherer. Dragon and Tennille played with the Beach Boys for a year, being romantically involved. They married in 1975, and this was before leaving to become Captain and Tennille and performing in Los Angeles clubs. They self-financed their debut song, Tennille's romantic ballad The Way I Want to Touch You, in September 1973, printing 500 copies on their own Butterscotch Castle Records label and gaining radio airplay in Los Angeles. The large independent A&M Records bought The Way I Want to Touch You and re-released it, as well as signing Captain and Tennille to a contract, apparently seeing them as a slightly harder rocking, slightly sexier version of the Carpenters, who also recorded for the label. Captain and Tennille remade Neil Sedaka and Howard Greenfield's Love Will Keep Us Together for their next single, singing Sedaka is Back at the end of the song, which had previously appeared on Sedaka's American Return album, Sedaka's Back. Captain and Tennille's career was launched after the record became a #1 gold-selling success. They couldn't go wrong commercially for the following 2 years. Their middle-of-the-road pop style was rejected unsurprisingly by critics. The album Love Will Keep Us Together charted for 2 years and was certified gold. The third release of The Way I Want to Touch You earned them their second gold single. 3 gold singles were achieved, with Lonely Night Angel Face, composed by Sedaka and released in January 1976 in advance of their second album, Song of Joy. Love Will Keep Us Together won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year in February 1975. Song of Joy debuted as a gold album and went platinum, later on generating 2 more gold singles, a rendition of The Miracles' Shop Around and Willis Allen Ramsey's Muskrat Love. The Captain and Tennille, a weekly hour-long musical variety program that began on ABC in September 1976, was allegedly mistakenly seen as a response to CBS's Sonny and Cher show. The show was Captain and Tennille's first misstep, failing to garner strong ratings and, in Dragon's opinion, overexposing the team, causing record sales to suffer. Despite ABC's willingness to renew the series, the pair declined, and the show ended in March 1977 after only 1 season. Can't Stop Dancing, their new disco single, made the top 20 but ended their series of top 10 gold-selling singles and their third album, Come In From the Rain, likewise saw a decline in sales, despite going gold. In May 1977, the team went on a 4-month nationwide tour, performing in 90 cities from May to September. A&M issued Captain and Tennille's Greatest Hits in November, indicating that the label believed their best days were already behind them. Dream, their fourth album, was released in July 1978 and never made the top 100, but spent twice as long in the charts as Come In From the Rain, thanks to the top 10 hit of Neil Sedaka's composition You Never Done It Like That. Captain and Tennille departed A&M for Casablanca Records, which turned out to be a bad option because the once fashionable label home to Donna Summer and Kiss was in decline. Nonetheless, their label debut, Make Your Move, which was published in the fall of 1979 and featured the chart-topping smash Do That To Me One More Time, penned by Tennille, brought them back to gold record status. Casablanca was practically bankrupt by 1980, and it was unable to market Captain and Tennille's sixth album, Keeping Our Love Warm, which failed to chart. Captain and Tennille moved to CBS for a short time, but the arrangement fell through without any records being issued. They recorded More Than Dancing in 1982 for the small Australian label Wizard Records, which only released it in Australia in 1984. It was republished with bonus tracks in Australia by Raven in 2002 as More Than Dancing, Much More. They virtually retired as a recording group after that, but they continued to perform live on occasion. Tennille went on to have a solo career as a traditional pop singer, performing with big bands and releasing the albums More Than You Know in 1984, All of Me in 1987, Do It Again in 1990, Never Let Me Go in 1992, Things Are Swinging in 1994, Tennille Sings Big Band in 1998, and Incurably Romantic in 2001. With Dragon producing her records and running Rumbo Recorders, a recording studio he built in Los Angeles in 1979. In 2003, Dragon sold the studio. For the Captain and Tennille reunion album 20 Years of Romance, released in 1995, the two re-recorded several of their hits as well as standards like Unchained Melody. Tennille became more interested with theatrical musicals in the second half of the 1990s, starring in a touring company of Victor/Victoria in 1998, and Dragon joined ex-Beach Boy Al Jardine's Beach Boys Family and Friends tour in 1999. However, rather than performing on the road, the pair increasingly wanted to stay at their property in northern Nevada. Tennille performed a charity concert for the Reno Chamber Orchestra in November 2003. Dragon was her special guest, and the two collaborated on a half-dozen songs, including some Captain and Tennille classics. The show was recorded and the result was the double CD An Intimate Evening with Tony Tennille, the first album to feature live performances by Captain and Tennille, which was published exclusively through the Reno Chamber Orchestra's website. Brant Berry, vice president of Respond to Entertainment R2, a tiny Portland, Oregon-based entertainment firm, secured an agreement with Captain and Tennille to release 3 projects in 2005. The first was a 3-disc DVD package comprising 11 complete episodes of Captain and Tennille's 1976 variety show, as well as bonus musical songs. Second, R2 re-released all 6 of their albums on fully remastered CDs, both on the original A&M and Casablanca labels. Several of the CDs had previously only been released in Japan. Tennille wrote fresh liner notes for the new CDs, which came in both individual CDs and a box set. Third, Captain and Tennille issued a new recording, Saving Up Christmas, a 3-song Christmas CD. The Secret of Christmas, released on Captain and Tennille's own label, Purebred Records, on November 1st, 2006, was the follow-up to this effort. It was Captain and Tennille's first full-length studio album in over a decade, as well as their first Christmas album. When the band Bent sampled a little bit of Tennille's vocals from Captain and Tennille's 1979 tune Love on a Shoestring from the album Make Your Move into their Magic Love song in 2003, she returned to the UK Airways and Club Play. The single's original ambient track was more danceable with an Ashley Beadle remix. Casper's Scare School, an animated program on Cartoon Network, aired in October 2006. The duo voiced the dialogue for the characters that sung the songs and recorded 2 songs for the project. Aunt Belle was played by Tennille, and Uncle Murray was played by the captain, who together formed the Ankle, a two-head creature with one body. Magnus Fines wrote both of the songs they played, Why Does Love Make Me Feel So Good and World Without Fear. Phyllis Diller, Dan Castellaneta, and Bob Saget were among Captain and Tennille's co-stars on the show. Captain and Tennille's ABC TV programs were released on DVD in 2007. Captain and Tennille in Hawaii, Captain and Tennille New Orleans, and Captain and Tennille Songbook. Dragon and Tennille spent most of the 1990s and 2000s in Nevada, where they had lived for more than 15 years and where Tennille served as the state's ambassador for the arts. They temporarily moved year-round to their second home in the Palm Springs area of Southern California in the mid-2000s. They sold their home near Carson City in 2008 and constructed a residence in Prescott, Arizona, where Tennille performed at the annual Prescott Jazz Summit. Tennille and Dragon separated in 2014 but remained close, and she was by his side when he died of renal failure on January 2, 2019. Tennille's memoir, Tony Tennille, co-written with niece Caroline Tennille St. Clair, was published in 2016. Tennille created a critical portrait of Dragon and their years together in it. And I just want to say, if you want to check it out, there's a link in the description below. And I have to say, I haven't bought the book. I've just read parts of it. I've listened to some interviews, but you should definitely check it out if even a little interested in Captain Tennille. Even if you're not a big fan, you should still check it out. And heck, even if you're a fan of the 70s soft rock music, if you're a subscriber to his channel, you'll be interested. So it's in the link in the description below if you want to check that out. And in 2022, as of April 2022, Tennille really hasn't been the public eye much. She's mainly had a private life in her house. She does the occasional show here and there, but she's still alive and well as far as I know. And that's what happened to Captain and Tennille. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And here's a playlist of some of my favorite Captain and Tennille songs on screen, and my Patreon's on screen as well if you want to support that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.